Hi, welcome to this video day, which is all about Forex trading basics for success. Now, what we're going to be looking at today is getting the right attitude and mindset from the start to ensure that you become a winner at Forex trading. Now, in terms of having the right attitude and mindset from the start, you also do, of course, need to learn a strategy that can make you consistent gains. Now, in relation to this, I just want to go through learning a simple strategy in the right way so you can have confidence in it and it will make you a winner. Now, in terms of learning Forex in the right way, I want to make reference to an excellent book by Josh Waitzkin called The Art of Learning. Now, Waitzkin maintains that if you learn anything in the right way, you can become successful. Now, he's the perfect illustration of this, becoming a chess grandmaster, but also becoming an international martial arts champion as well. Two very different disciplines, but it's the way that he learnt that enabled him to reach the top in both disciplines. And the way that he learnt is the way that you need to learn Forex trading. It's to master the art of small circles. Now, I'm going to go through what that means in a moment. It's basically keeping things very, very simple. And I'm going to just give my Forex trading strategy, which really only consists of three key areas that I've mastered, but that will enable me to make consistent long-term profits. Now, in terms of the right attitude and mindset as well, it's very important to have it so that you can obviously execute your trading strategy with discipline and confidence. Now, in relation to Josh Waitzkin and the way that you should learn the right mental attitude, etc., I want to make reference to a boxer, one of my sporting idols, for want of a better phrase, because he perfectly illustrates how to be successful. Now, obviously, he was successful in boxing, but the way that he did it is very applicable to Forex trading. Now, the boxer is Smoking Joe Frazier, who was Muhammad Ali's big rival a good few years ago. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Smoking Joe Frazier, which most people probably are, unless you're interested in boxing, I'm just going to give you a short intro clip to him with some quotes which are very applicable to achieving Forex trading success. So just a quick intro clip, and then we'll be back to discuss all these points in more detail.
Almost ready for the fight of the century.
That fight was the greatest sporting event of all time.
Clumsy, ugly, flat-footed Joe Frazier. I'll show you what a real champion is.
He said he was God.
That one hurt. Go to that.
I said, Lord, you're in the wrong place tonight.
Time is important here.
If you're getting hit with clean shots, you're going to give it up. What Joe had to do, he had to weave, and come in on a weave.
Never stops, like a locomotive train. That's why they call him Smoke.
I will come back after that clip there of the classic match between Ali and Frazier back in 1971. I actually watched that as a small child at the time, and I could not believe that Ali got beaten. Ali, the much bigger fighter, fantastic athlete, lightning fast hand speed, could fight in many different ways. Frazier, by comparison, small and could only really fight in one way, but it was very effective and very hard to combat. Now, both guys sadly deceased today. Both have a fantastic attitude and mindset. Many Forex traders could learn from. You think they could just walk in to Forex trading and win with a strategy. Mindset, obviously, just so important, but obviously you need a strategy that's effective. Now, in terms of on that clip, I did do some quotes on the art of small circles, and many people might be thinking, it's just about practice. It's not just about practice, it's about practice in the right areas that matter. You've got to have a simple strategy, but it's got to be based upon very sound logic. Now, in terms of The Art of Small Circles. It's all about depth over breadth, which we're going to look at. We're also going to look at the key principles to adhere to when you're executing your strategy and trading Forex. You must adhere to those principles at all time. Now, what we'll do is we'll go over to a storyboard and we'll discuss all these points in more detail. All right, let's have a look at some points in terms of achieving trading success, right attitude and mindset, first of all, and then obviously looking at the art of small circles and simplicity and depth over breadth. Right, first of all, attitude and mindset. Now, some of these points might seem quite basic, but for most traders, they don't think about them, okay, especially beginners coming in the market. Now, in terms of you want to win at anything, you've got to have a desire to achieve, but if you don't enjoy it, you won't win. Now, most traders who come in the markets have a desire to make money. They don't really desire becoming a successful Forex trader. They just want the money. Now, if you just want the money, you're not going to win. You've got to really enjoy Forex trading, and it's a kind of unique challenge. It's not what most traders think. It's not a macho game. It's kind of a game of patience. It can be frustrating. You've got to have humility, etc. It does not suit everyone. Basic point. But most Forex traders who come in the markets are just after the money. They're going to lose. They're not going to stick with it and do what is necessary. Now, obviously, if you want to achieve success, you really got to believe you're going to win. And the only way you're going to achieve that mindset, really have rock solid belief that you're going to win, is to research and know your edge over the majority of traders. They're going to lose. And you have rock solid confidence in that edge. That's going to give you the confidence to follow your plan with discipline. Again, another basic point, but most traders who come in have not thought out an edge. They're trading off tips or just whims, not really any set strategy with rules, etc. Or they might have taken a strategy from someone else they think has got an edge, probably hasn't. There's a lot of junk on YouTube in particular, then they end up losing. Okay, they're just taking someone's word that a strategy has an edge. That isn't the same as researching it yourself. You have to research it yourself to have the rock solid confidence. Now, fear in anything comes from doubt. Yeah, if you doubt when you're in the market and you're trading and things are not going your way, of course you're going to have fear, do the wrong things, snatch profits and let losses run, for example. Now, basic point about Forex trading, and anything that you want to become successful in life, is to win, you need to lose. Okay? Now, I just put a quote here. Joe got mad if you didn't hit him. That was from George Foreman, one of his opponents. Why did he get mad? Because he was a small guy, needed to get in close, need the other guy to really hit him so he could find an angle to hit with body shots or throw that thunderous left hook. He relied on getting hit a lot to hit with the punches that really mattered. Now, that doesn't just apply in boxing, that idea of getting hit or taking losses. It applies in any business, doesn't it? Let's just assume you were selling computers. Well, you've got to take losses. Premises, staff, taxes, they're losses. But you expect your sales to be more than your overhead. Yeah, what area of life do you not have to lose to win? I can't think of one. Chess grandmaster, he's going to lose pieces on chessboard, isn't he? But that doesn't stop him winning. It's ridiculous the focus there is on losing in Forex trading, how difficult it is to overcome. It isn't difficult to overcome for traders who have got an edge. They focus on the long term. Individual trades don't matter. They don't mind taking consecutive losses. They'll keep them small. They will focus on discipline and letting their edge prevail over the longer term. So losing in Forex trading, overcoming losses, good money management, that is basically easy. But you do have to have a strategy with an edge, okay? Now, building a strategy with an edge is less is more, and you've got to have a mastery of depth, the art of small circles, where you do something better than the majority. Now let's just use my strategy as an example. Many other ways of making money, but this is a good example. Okay, now when I look at the chart, I'm going to look at the big levels, the round numbers, so horizontal lines. Why? Because I know, and you check yourself, that basically big institutions, that is where they focus. That's where the big order flow is. Horizontal lines, big round numbers. Diagonal lines, really don't need to bother too much with them. Do not draw diagonal lines in big time frames. The price 6 months ago on a diagonal line today might be very, very different. The price at the bottom of the diagonal line, for example, would have no relation to the price at the top of the diagonal line. Diagonal lines, I'd only draw them in short time spans just to show the kind of velocity of price in the short term. Longer term, I wouldn't bother. Mostly it's just a clustering illusion. You see the line after the event, but really it has no real meaning. So horizontal lines, most important. All successful traders I know focus on volatility. Retail traders mostly don't. Why focus on volatility? Because it will tell you the speculative interest in the pair. It will tell you the degree of greed or fear. It will tell you the noise levels on the chart. I've noted two indicators, average true range and Bollinger Bands, both really good for measuring volatility. I personally use Bollinger Bands, but there's other volatility indicators as well. But yeah, volatility, I don't know a professional trader who does not have a good knowledge of it and how to use it to his advantage or her advantage. Now, in terms of candles, note the present candles on the right, and I'll focus on a small number. Normally no more than 20. I want to see how those candles are moving. No one candle on its own is important. It's how the candle action as a whole on the right evolves. And by looking over time at the candle action, it's normally a small number, up to 20, it can be less. I will gain an intuitive feel for the psychology of traders and which way the chart may go. Now, I may not always be right, but I know longer term my edge will prevail. I'll avoid the left of the chart, what the candles did, too far back. I'm not interested in twists and turns from 6 months ago. That's gone. It's history. It doesn't matter. Looking too far back for meaning is pointless. It's gone. But traders want breadth. They want to look at too much. Okay? And it's meaningless. Do you think big institutions are looking 6 months back at every twist and turn that happened and thinking that's going to have a bearing on what happens in the here and now? Of course not. They're focused on the right of the chart, and you should be too. So really, in terms of that example, it's just focusing on the areas of the chart that really matter, not making it too complicated, and really learning the art of small circles by getting that kind of depth in terms of reading a small number of candles. That's just one example, but it's a fact that most Forex traders, it's a big thing online, make their charting way too complicated, like it's some sort of science, which it is not. Okay, it's very much an art, and you can learn a lot from the art of small circles. And a lot of people think, make it more complicated, put more work into it, that should make me more successful. No, less is more. So that is the video for today, and I would strongly recommend you go and read Josh Waitzkin's book. It's fantastic. He achieved success in two very different disciplines by following The Art of Learning, which is the title of the book, and it's very much focused on simplicity, the art of small circles. That's what you should do in Forex trading. Now, the video, I've finished it, but I'm going to finish off actually with a clip of Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, two fantastic guys outside of the ring. Very, very motivational for me in terms of, yeah, they were great boxers, but they worked hard, they had the right attitude, they were good people, fantastic rivals, and they both respected each other. And I think, yeah, when you're in Forex trading, respect your opponent, because if you don't, then you're going to lose. Your opponent is very, very powerful. And I think a lot of traders lack respect for the market. They kind of personalize it. And it's not a personal thing when the market gives you losses. You can make profits from it, but respect your opponent. Respect in life is a very important thing, which I think a lot of Forex traders lose sight of when they just, focus on money. It's all about, money and possessions, all the rest of it. Forex traders, the successful ones, see money as kind of, something they get for doing something that they enjoy. That is the video for today. Quick clip of Ali and Frazier. Thank you for watching me as usual. Take care.
On 42nd Street, a crowd starts to gather.
And I said, hey man, you better get out of my car.
Not Joe
people might
Frazier.
think you and I are good pals.
You've described him as the fighter you most admire, your old adversary. We've flown him from Philadelphia.
Not Joe Frazier.
Smoking Joe Frazier.
Joe Frazier.